down to the victim of the 04 of Lee.
125 of 200. Ray Richer and I are going to rest our voices for about 3 laps so you can feel the thunder virtual style from Martinsville. Michael D'Amico, crank up that volume.
I can be at 3 laps, but
Take some sweet shots. You know, Ray Richard, one of the things that we are working on with the new iRacing update for this week 13 was also new camera shots, static shots, and shaking cameras. That's one of the things we're going to have to get up with Michael D'Amico about for having those new works being done to our broadcast for sure.
This is one of the things that we were looking at, by the way. I see that static shot he just had there. I did see that shaking in-car camera before. And I'll tell you what, it's kind of neat. And one of the other things that's neat, I know Mike's got a pretty good card in that computer. If you watch the right front of that 04 of Matthew Lee, by the way, still 6 to 8 lengths between the top two. If you watch that right front, those glowing rotors on these machines are starting to get really hot here at Martinsville, just like the real world. Brake fade is a slight factor in iRacing, not a lot, as right now it looks like he's going to overcome the 70 machine of Mike Clary. Clary in the 15th place. And just knocking them off, putting them down 1 lap at a time. I do believe one more thing here, by the way, Wesley. These guys have got to pit, I believe, one more time before we finish this race.
Another sequence that we have not even discussed. The money stop. Will it happen? And by the way, mind you, not trying to jinx anything, we're under the longest green flag run of the race so far.
I'll be right back.
Now you
working lap 132 of 200. I'm sorry I jinxed it, but I just want to say we got a good green flag run going right now. So, yeah.
Yeah, as you say that, by the way, Sacco there in the second place spot still. And I'm going to look where Chris Baines is. Chris still in third right now. He has got to be, my goodness, he's about 15 truck lengths back to the second place. Still fighting lap traffic with the 11 and the 9. But again, Lee way out on front right now. Right now also 10 to 12 truck lengths to the top two. That has increased in the past 5 laps.
Working again the final 50 laps of this race. Coming up on now 64 laps to go. And again, a phenomenal job that we have seen these drivers do. 134 of 200 laps. It's all Matthew Lee. He's leading. He's now lapped Eric Zimmerman again in the 94 truck. As Max Speed TV, CRN Sports Network coverage continues. Ray, you've been involved in eSports for a long time, maybe even longer than me. I left after a stint in 2013 and just recently came back with the beginning of this pandemic. What do you think of what Josh White has done with the JW Racing eSports Truck Series, how it's grown as we're just in our second month of racing? And in addition to that, an ARCA development program, Max Speed TV, CRN Sports Radio Network coverage, just something really cool that they've done.
Oh, it's all uphill from here. I mean, he's been doing a fantastic job. I mean, if you think you bring up one league, it's hard to kind of keep track of the guys and keep your penalties and everything in order. As I say that, by the way, one thing I want to point out, Ashley Dawson, our 5th place, is on pit lane. So keep in mind for the top 2 to watch them pit shortly, I'm going to believe, if green continues. But back to Josh White. Fantastic job. Again, now with a development league with the K&N Series cars, that used to be K&N, now ARCA cars. And, well, again, we've grown from like 13 guys to 21 tonight. Ashley Dotson there in the pit for Fresh Rubbers, does not use any type of a quick repair, may have done that already. He comes back onto the Speedway as we get back up front with Matthew Lee. Again, Josh White, fantastic job. Keep it up, buddy. Great to watch his racing week after week.
A phenomenal job, and again, he is
Ashley Dotson lost it.
Oh, no! Dodson loses it right in front of Matthew Lee. Good save by Lee, the leader. Dodson was just on pit road having service done, Ray Richard. Caution out for the 12th time.
Yeah, I think with this long green flag run, he got used to them tires and just really forced the issue down into turn 3.
Wow.
drove it right to the outside retaining wall, damaged the right rear, right front of that truck, and brings out the 12th caution here at Martinsville this evening.
Caution out for the 12 lap, 139 of 200 laps, 54 laps under a caution, 62 laps to go under 5 lead changes. And yes, pit road is open. Could we be getting ready for the money stop? At least the top 2 are behind pit wall.
I'm going to believe right now, right here, it is top 2, Lee and Sacco in, as we're looking at the back of Matthew Lee's Monster Energy number 4. He'll bring it around. Like I told you before, when you qualify up front, you've got to look for your guys around the bend here. He'll do that because he knows he's in second place spot as the 29 took the pole. That'll be just ahead of him. We'll see who makes it out first. Right side's up on that 04 machine. Right side's up on the 29. Not necessarily simultaneously. 29 first. Left side's up on the 04. 29 down on the right. Up on the left. The 04 pulls out 4 fresh Goodyears. Full of Sunoco Racing fuel. I think this will make it to the end on lap 140. Next time around, it'll be 60 to go.
60 laps to go, closing in on it, and again a cycle of green flag pit stops. There's Matthew Lee. He entered the pits first, he came out first, but now we have trucks in front of him that are wave-around trucks, and some that are going to be the new leaders. Is a crazy finish approaching here at virtual Martinsville.
One of the things in other leagues I'll point out, if you want to wave around, they go with iRacing rules and real-world rules. So in other words, the only way you're going to get a lap back is Lucky Dog, or, and by the way, with Lucky Dog you can pit, or you hope the leaders take and pit in front of you, and you gather it up behind the pace car, and when there's 1 to go, you can go around the pace car, but you cannot pit. That's why they wait till 1 to go. But here, they allow a few wave arounds. So if you're a couple laps down and you want to take and still pit, they'll take and automatically wave you around. It's not a bad thing. It makes for competitive racing and gives everybody a pretty good chance. But I'm kind of particular to the real-world rules. I kind of like that going with what they suggest. You know what I'm saying?
Under the yellow flag again here. And Matthew Lee. What a sheer dominance by this driver. Matthew Lee is the man that has led the way. Sacco is in second. Hughes is in the number 3 position. Got to give props to the 111. He's staying out of trouble. He's doing good right there. Had a couple of hiccups at the beginning. LaBeouf coming back with his problems. Jason Keffer as well. All in all, a good race. A good show here at Martinsville.
Brandon Hughes there in a 3rd place spot. We haven't talked about him all night long in that 111 machine. Looking here on my grid, he actually pitted 13 laps ago. I'm going to believe that gives him an opportunity to make it to the end. Not sure if he got tires. I assume fuel at least, I was going to say. The truck doesn't look to be in bad shape. Not a lot of damage on it. Again, assuming that he didn't use his quick repair. He's got a great chance if he can drive it off the corner. And these guys, all of our wave of trucks get a chance to go around, pick up to the field. Pace car lights are off. We're going green, bud.
Ready for the restart here as this race will begin. In the restart zone, Matthew Lee out in front. And that's the way they go into the box. Lee, another perfect restart on the inside. Powers away from Sacco and company as they go back to green. Blip view in turn 1.
Sacco down to the bottom side. Baines way wide with those fresh tires. Opens up the bottom door to that number 9 LaBeouf. LaBeouf will drag him down to turn 3. But it looks like Baines on the outside has got the advantage for just a short while. Takes that momentum around. We see Sacco disappear, come back onto the track. He's okay at this point in time. Not disconnected. Top 5 right now. Lee, Sacco, Hughes, Baines, and LaBeouf.
Making their way off the corner, back off the back straightaway. LaBeouf battles Baines for that spot. Here comes Keffer. That is for 3rd, 4th, and 5th in turn 3.
Keffer is in 6th. He's been battling all night long. Had some bad luck running into 3 different accidents with that machine. The 33 to the inside of Baines. Baines gets the advantage to the rear end of the 9. Unfortunately, to the outside, he'll go. Keffer to the inside. Drag races him off of 2. LaBeouf is in 4th. It looks like we're fighting for 5th still. Give it right now to Baines. No, I am incorrect. Keffer to the inside, still able to take over that spot for the 5th place.
And they make their way to the back straightaway, coming in on the final 3 quarters of this race complete. 50 laps to go. It's still going to be white. It's Sacco. Hughes, where did he come from? The 111 is now in that battle. He's now going into 3, closing in on Sacco for P2.
Keep an eye on LaBeouf with that number 9 machine. He is in 4th place spot, able to get around the 54 of Baines. Baines looks like he was loose before his tire pressures came up. Able to keep him back in line right now. Nose to tail behind Keffer, by the way, in that 33 machine. The 9 LaBeouf. I don't have my money necessarily on him. But back up front just for one more minute, we look at Sacco, and he made it to the back end by 1 truck length behind our leader, the 04 of Lee.
Closing in on 50 to go. And the leader is White. Sacco closing in on him for the lead as they go to the back straightaway.
Waiting for one mistake for that 04 to make. I don't think it's going to happen right now. Sacco a little bit higher line. He'll arc it to the bottom side through out of turn 4. Able to make a big lead between him and the third place of Brandon Hughes. At least 8 truck lengths now at this point. There is some damage to the front of that 29, by the way. I just noticed in the front nose, it's wrinkled a little bit. Wonder if he did take the chrome horn to him, because right now they're almost at the same speed going down to turn 3.
Off of turn 4 to the line this time by. It is 50 laps to go. 3/4 of the way through. 150 down. 50 remaining. It's Lee. It's Sacco. It's Hughes, your top 3, as that battle continues with lap traffic in the way off turn 2 for the lead.
Hughes touches the fence a little bit off of turn 4, but lap traffic will move to the high side for our leaders. That's number 11 of Steve Affont in 13th place. He's 2 laps down now. They'll come off the corner, and right now to that rear bumper, that 29 is sticking like glue to that 04 going down to turn 1.
Turn number 3, or turn 1, correction, lap traffic still all in the way as Hughes now tries to move around the lap truck there as they go to the back straightaway. Nonetheless, it is still almost 200ths of a second, the interval for the lead. It's Lee and Sacco. 2 seconds back is Hughes as he still battles more lap traffic as they go back into turn number 1.
3 truck Hughes go to the outside, allowing our leaders to go by. Hughes looks like the rear end of that truck is just all over the place. He'll touch the fence coming off of turn 2, lets the leaders by. He's still got 8 truck lengths back to third place of Brandon Hughes. Hughes right now still holding on to that. Behind him looks like LaBeouf in that number 9. Nope, make correction to the number 11 actually of Affont. But Affont is about a lap or 2 down. LaBeouf still in that, let me see, 4th place position. Top 2 right now just pulling away from this field. Hughes right now holding up 94 of Zimmerman. All of those guys multiple laps down. Again, Hughes got to make his way around them if he's got a chance to these top 2.
Coming up, the 46 laps to go, and Sacco still trying to close in on Lee. More lap traffic, they move by. Chris Wilner in 26. He ducks out of the way as Hurley and others as they go to 3.
Now, caution on the Speedway over on the front stretch. Looks like the 09 of Christopher Williams.
And this will slow everything down here with under 45 laps to go. Caution flag for Williams in the 09. He's already spun on the front straightaway. Looks like the 23 might have helped him along the way as we go under the caution for the 13th time.
Little shot here from the 09. Looks like he just lost it by himself. Tried to correct it, overcorrected it. Got T-boned by the 23. Unfortunately, nowhere for him to go. And for the first time tonight, no Hurley, no 33, no Keffer. It's still Martinsville, guys. We're not breaking your chops. It's just the way it's been all night long. We've been doing a fantastic job still keeping on this track. Again, the 09 just losing it off of turn 4 by himself.
And a political statement, if you will, on the Toyota 09 truck of Christopher B. Williams with the hashtag Black Lives Matter. I think we should put hashtag All Lives Matter. We care about each and every single one of our people there. And I continue to pray for our country. One of the things I say and sounded off on virtual and reality broadcast, Ray Richer, is pray for our country, and God knows we need it now for sure.
No, I'm actually agreeing with you with the praying for our country, man. A lot is going on, a lot of scary times right now. But again, back to the action here for just a moment. Christopher Williams in that 12th position. I believe he's at least 1 lap down from what I'm seeing over here. Last time he pitted was 6 laps ago. And I believe that he is still on the track right now. Did not go in pit. Zimmerman looks like the only truck to take any advantage of this caution.
So we have 43 laps to go. Now make it 42 laps to go, and there are trucks coming to pit road. There you see Zimmerman. He is several laps down. Affont comes to the pits. Mullins is in. Williams is in. Fulton is in. Trucks that are a lap down or more. McClary all coming in. Ashley Dodgson all coming in for service, but the front runners, for that matter, staying on racetrack. Ray Richard.
I'm curious what happened to Ashley Dodson. I see him down in the 13th place now. Dude, he was up in the top 5 for quite a while, so I think it might just have been out of sync. He's still on the lead lap, I believe, at this point. Oh, no, I do see right now Ashley Dodson is 1 lap down. Not sure what happened to him. He wasn't involved in any wreck that I saw.
And Clary and Dodson battling off of pit road with one another. There was some contact, and then they finally fanned back out and played nice. as the yellow flag is out again. Lap 159 of 200. We go back to commercial break, thanking Max Speed TV and the CRN.